Well, hello, 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 everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. Tonight, we're talking about the case of 18-year-old Anna Kepler, who was aboard a cruise ship. Developments, there's a lot of new developments that has happened in the last few days. A Florida judge has presiding over the emergency hearing publicly identified Anna, 16-year-old stepbrother, as the suspect in her death. It's obviously now been declared a homicide. And there is also new court records released this week also confirm that Anna's death was ruled a homicide by mechanical asphyxiation. And we're going to talk about all of that and a lot more. Stick around on the other side of this.
I've walked through storms in scars and grace. Smile through pain with a painted face. They call me too loud, too much, too strong. But honey, that's the reason I belong. Every scar's a scripture, every tear's a hymn. I found my worth where the light grew dim. They tried to break me, but here's a twist. I turned my pain into a clenched fist. I'm an unbreakable woman, born of fire and pearl. I shine like grace in a reckless world. You can test my faith, you can shake my plan, but I'll rise again. Just watch me judged by the gloss, not the cause. But God don't build weak hearts from gold. He made me fierce and he made me bold. I bend, I pray, I roar, I rise with mascara, tears and battle cries. Don't need your crown, I forge my own. From ashes, honey, I build my throne. I'm an unbreakable soul, dressed in truth and pearls. The fire don't scare me, it lights my world. You can doubt my voice, but you'll hear my name. I'm holy and hood, and I'm done with shame. For everyone called too much, too loud, too real. You're not to anything. You're exactly what power looks like. I'm an unbreakable soul, through the fight and flame. My scars are stories, my strength, my faith. Faith in my heart, fire in my curves, for the divine. Clutch them pearls.
Well, hello, 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 everyone. Good to see you all. Thank you all so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. You could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube. You have a lot of options anywhere on the internet, anywhere in the world, and you chose to be right here. I know your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Today is December 9th, 2025. It is currently 7:55 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Bonjour. Love you too, Miss Anna Banana. Hello, Mallory. Angel of Light. You okay, baby? Jennifer. Lolo. Mallory. Shelby. Trash Panda Mom. How you been, baby? Good to see you. Brandy is always in Indy. Uh, Lynn, good to see you. Tina Kent. Bonjour. Angel Wings. Hello. Progressively Independent. Hi. Where the Wind Blows. Hello, Peggy, Mallory, Jennifer Cook, Shelby. I did have a beautiful day. Hope you had a beautiful day, Miss Sheila. And PGH. Hello, Golden Star, Catherine, Peggy, Mallory, Shelby Sue. Hello, everyone. Robin, good to see you. Everyone, thank you all so much for joining me. Do appreciate you all so much. Guys, before we get started, if you don't mind, do me a big ol' favor and hit that thumbs up button for the live chat and for my replay crew. How are you? Do me a big favor, hit that thumbs up button. Really, really would appreciate it. Very, very much. Tonight we're talking about the case of Anna Kepner. Guys, oh my God. Listen, there is dysfunction in everyone and everyone's family. But there's a lot of dysfunction going on here. There is a lot of dysfunction. It is so messy, Anna. Yes, Catherine. This is 18-year-old Anna Kepner, who was aboard a Carnival cruise ship and went back to her room because she said she wasn't feeling too well. And the next day, around 11 a.m., she was found deceased in her room underneath the bed, wrapped up. Terrible, terrible. And now, which we have been hearing for quite some time, that her 16-year-old stepbrother, who allegedly had this fascination with Anna, is now suspect number one. 16 years old. Yeah. Think about that. Oh, hey, Widow Bailey. Thank you so much, Mama. Appreciate you very much. Thank you for gifting 5 pearl necklaces. Really, really do appreciate you. Good to see you, Miss Widow Bailey. Hopefully you and yours are well. If you received one of those pearl necklaces, make sure you give our Widow Bailey a big, big thank you. Thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate you. Yeah. Based on my gut feeling, I need more information. What's that, Trash Panda? Like, what are you feeling like on this? So let me catch you up on a little bit that's been happening. So the 16-year-old stepbrother, he was and is right now remains the primary suspect in Anna's death, and charges are now described as, quote, likely, end quote, according to the statements made in the custody case. We're going to get to that custody case just here shortly. Prosecutors are waiting on a psychiatric evaluation of the 16-year-old and toxicology results on Anna before deciding how the charges and whether it's federal or state, right? This could be federal, could be state, because remember, this happened out in the ocean on a cruise ship, right? So in the custody fight, it came out that Chantel's 18-year-old son, Andrew, once jumped out of a moving car to avoid going to the uh, home, and claims that he was held by a chokehold, by the way, by Chantel and Christopher. The chokehold details looks chilling next to the fact that Anna died as asphyxiation, likely from a bar hold across the throat. So, in my opinion, it sounds like this 16-year-old may say, "Oh, I was abused." This is just my opinion. This is just my opinion. Mhm. But it may sound like, "Oh, this was done to me." Maybe that's why they did it. I don't know. We'll have to see. They were housed in the same room. Yes, and we're gonna get to that, Brandy and Indy. They were housed in the same room and with her 14-year-old brother who was asleep. But this is the thing. Carnival Cruise Line, and I'm going to show you where it says this. You're They're not supposed to be a bunch of kids in a room together like that unless there is a 25-year or older adult. 25 or older, right? Barb, thank you so much, my dear. You got a hound dog? Oh, it's so cute. Is that a basset or is it a, what do they call it? Like a red bone dog? Hound? I can't see because it's laying down. It's so cute. Thank you so much. If you received that pearl necklace, make sure you give our Barb a big thank you. And thank you so much for being a member here as well, Barb. Merry Christmas to you and yours. Thank you, love. What the one kid was sleeping, I don't think he could sleep through all of that. What? Um, yeah, it's questionable. I mean, but you know, if you if you are one second, guys. Okay, sorry, I had to text someone. That's true. What about the other kid? Um, I don't know. Let me look at that one second. Let's see here. Despite the father's fear for their 9-year-old daughter, the judge ruled that there was, quote, no imminent danger, end quote, and allowed the 9-year-old to stay in the, how do you pronounce their last name? Okay, I think they mean the Kepner household, partially because the 16-year-old is no longer living there. So the 16-year-old suspect, he is with family right now, by the way. Uh, so let me pull up a little something right here. This goes out to our friends at Court TV. Mr. Vinny and all of them at Court TV. We love Vinny. Link will be provided in the description. Check this out. Crazy. Um, yeah, there's some court documents here. Hold on. Let me go to Fox 35 first because this is we're going to talk about the documents. Let's talk about these documents first, and then we'll go to Court TV.
To follow up on the investigation into the death of Anna Kepner and this unrelated custody case involving her stepmother that is in some ways now tied to this because of The
Goodness.
16-year-old stepbrother of Anna Kepner being, according to court documents, the central suspect in her death. And we heard about that in a Brevard County courtroom earlier today. I want to bring in Fox 35's Esther Bauer, who joins us live now via Zoom. Esther, you were in that courtroom for that hearing today in this custody dispute. What can you tell us about what happened in court?
So the hearing did not last very long. This started just after 9 a.m. and everything was wrapped up around 10:30, 10:45. We can say this was a win for Anna's stepmom, Chantel, because what her ex was trying to say is all these circumstances that happened on this cruise where 18-year-old Anna Kepner was found dead. Now her 16-year-old stepbrother is being investigated as a suspect in her murder. All this happened under mom's watch. So he was trying to get the other younger children out of the care of his mom. Now, a judge ultimately shot that down. These minor children will not be leaving their home in Titusville. So that's kind of why we were here. What was
This family has just completely just gone off the rails, naturally since Anna's death.
this
It's
custody hearing supposed to be
bad.
about? But through all this and them trying to build their cases, we've now learned some more details about what was going on that cruise. So some pertinent points that we haven't known until just a few hours prior is that the parents did not see Anna. The last time they saw her was Thursday at 6:30 p.m. And we are told around 7 p.m. was the final time they saw the 16-year-old stepbrother. So 6:30 for Anna, just a half an hour later, that was the final time Anna's stepmom, Chantel, said while in court she saw.
I wonder if there was did Anna, did she go back? This is just speculation. Let me just say that first. But did Anna go back to her? Was she really not feeling well, or was there some sort of tension or fight between her and her stepbrother?
Both of those kids. Keep in mind, Anna was found the following day, the entire night hour, and then 11 a.m. is when that medical call came out. Anna was pronounced dead on the cruise ship 11/17. So we're getting just some more details of when were the children last seen by their parents. Also, there was conversation of what.
When I said she was found at when I learned that she was found at like 11 or 11:30, I've been on several cruises, and I can tell you most people are up way before 11:30. You can sleep anytime. You can go to your room anytime. But on a cruise, you are always doing something most of the time. You're eating, you're, just going around, you're going to the casino, you're watching a show, you're might go to the spa, just all kinds of different things, right? 1 second.
What was the sleeping situation? Where were parents? Where were kids? The mother said that who they were booking this cruise with, their travel rep, suggested to them that they do the separate rooms. Mom and dad were staying, hallway was right here. All the three kids were staying in the room directly across from them. We confirmed ages, 18, 16, 14. 18-year-old was Anna. 16-year-old is the stepbrother that is currently being investigated for this alleged murder. 14-year-old was another child. And again, these are step siblings that were staying in that same room at the same time. The mother said during her time speaking to a judge that these kids did not have access to drinking. However, another witness was called. This was a stepmother of Chantel, who said that she did see Chantel serving underage children liquor in an earlier time frame. So that was brought up, but again, Chantel immediately and has said from the beginning the kids were not drinking on this cruise. So those were some really big takeaways from what we learned. The family did leave the courthouse just a few minutes ago. We tried to ask them, I should say, how will they get justice for Anna? Do they know what happened on that cruise ship? The family had sunglasses on, both the ex-husband's side and Chantel and her current husband, which is Anna's dad, left without saying a word. So everyone has since departed from the courtroom. Something else we learned, which we've reported on, and early on in this, one of the first confirmations we had about Anna dying back in November was from her school, that Temple Christian school. We learned today during the court hearing the other minor children that were attending that school were unenrolled by the school. The school ultimately told the family there was too much media surrounding what had happened on that cruise
Wow.
ship. So they are now putting their other minor children in other school, because the Christian school where Anna was attending and all the kids were going, told them they can no longer attend that school.
That's cray. That is cray. Yeah. Oh, really? Just left this morning for Carnival Cruise. I'm not a Carnival fan personally.
So a lot of new developments. Again, this didn't go in the biological dad's favor. And again, this would be the biological dad of the suspect being investigated by the FBI, because he wanted his other minor daughter to be immediately put in his hands, in his care. But we're also hearing mother testified that the 16-year-old stepbrother who's under investigation will not be allowed back into their home going forward. Her and Anna's dad, Chris.
I mean, is he going to be tried as an adult as well? You know, that's probably, I would say.
There is no timeline. Again, no one's been arrested. No one's been charged for this. But she also did say at this time and going forward, they are not welcoming that child back into their home. That child is staying with a relative of the mom. And as we learned, the FBI has not told them when.
I'm sorry, but listen, the parents had to know a hell of a lot more. And from what I understand, Anna had talked about his obsession of her.
They would move forward, where things are and what they're looking into. So for the foreseeable future, this 16-year-old stepbrother of Anna will be staying somewhere else and will not be welcomed back into his parents' home, at least his mother's home, going forward.
Esther, when we spoke yesterday, we talked about the subpoena for Christopher Kepner, who is Anna's biological father, and you outlined the difficulties of the process server trying to get that subpoena to him. We talked about some of the questions of whether he might show up, whether he might be called to testify. Was he there today?
Christopher was there. Anna's dad was there. He walked hand in hand in with his wife, Chantel. He was in court, but he was not called to the stand. The judge only allowed 3 witnesses from the ex-husband's side to speak. She ultimately said, "I have heard enough. This does not rise to this. This does not rise to the fact where we need to immediately pull the other minor children out." But Anna's dad, Chris, was in court, did not have to speak, and also didn't say anything when he left with his wife.
It looked like there were quite a few people inside the courtroom. What was the scene like in there in the gallery?
So we do know that they had to move it to a larger courtroom because they were prepping for what was going to be a large turnout of media and other people that were going to be. The courtroom was not full, But what they did do is they wanted to bar any witnesses. There were several witnesses that were called, someone from DCF, someone from the Christian school, 2 people from the Christian school that we didn't hear from. All the witnesses were told to leave when every witness was called in. Both sides did not want other witnesses to hear what the other people were saying. So because of...
Yeah, I get that. I get that part. Okay, we're going to go to court TV now. Let me show you some of the highlights of what happened in this courtroom. It's very, very messy. And I just cannot imagine, guys, when this goes to trial. It's going to be a showdown. Hey, Smiley, good to see you, hon. It's going to be a showdown.
Is now a suspect in that case.
Anna Kepner, 18-year-old high school senior, she was sheen today. I want you to understand how everyone is related to one another, because that's an important part of this story and this investigation. So we'll begin with Chris Kepner, okay? Chris Kepner was with a woman named Heather Wright. Chris and Heather had a daughter named Anna Kepner. That's the young woman who died on the cruise. Then Chris married his second wife, Tabitha. Tabitha and Chris had 2 children. Those 2 children are Anna's half-siblings, so they're blood relatives. Chris then got married for a 3rd time to Chantel. Now, Chantel had a previous marriage to a man named Thomas Hudson. Chantel and Thomas had 3 children. Those 3 children are Anna's step-siblings, including the 16-year-old suspect in Anna's murder.
So, Chris has been married 3 times, or together with, I don't know if he was married to all 3, but 3 different times. Chantel is the mother of the 16-year-old that allegedly unalived Anna Kepner. Okay, so it's a half sibling. Right, yes, half step, yeah.
So Chantel and Thomas Hudson are in the midst of a custody battle in court.
Yes, Chantel.
And Chantel was testifying today. So I'm going to take you inside this hearing so you can hear Chantel, Anna's stepmother, provide some information to the court in the custody battle with her ex. But what she's talking about is very important in understanding what happened on the Carnival cruise ship and how her stepdaughter was killed and how her son, her 16-year-old son, is in fact a suspect in that death. Let's take a listen.
As far as the minor children, what were the sleeping arrangements on this cruise?
Brooke was in my room with my husband and his 9-year-old daughter.
Right,
was in my room with my husband and his 9-year-old daughter, and then shared a room with his stepsister and stepbrother. Well, the room was directly across from ours.
What was the stepsister's name?
Anna Kepner.
And what was the stepbrother's name?
Connor Kepner.
And how old is Connor?
14.
And how old was Anna?
18.
Now, who made the decision to have these 3 teenagers in one room in the cruise?
Exactly.
We had talked it over with our traveler agent, and that was what was suggested.
At some point, did you discover that one of the children had passed away?
Yes.
Now, okay, first of all, does anyone have a fucking travel agent nowadays? Do they still exist? Does people still have travel agents? I don't know. Hell. But like, why? Yeah, well, they're going to say passed away because he's, well, yeah, murdered, exactly, yeah. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, Ruby. Who would suggest that a 14, a 16, and an 18-year-old be in the same room? That's not within policy. First of all, travel agents, if they're going to suggest something, it should be within the policy of where they are traveling. The ship that they are traveling. It's got to be within the policy. Right. They can't recommend things outside of the policy of Carnival Cruise Line. Carnival Cruise Line is, hey, Soldier Girl, is they have to be within and I'm going to show it to you here shortly, within 20, 25 or older accompanying. So do I.
And when was that you discovered that?
Friday morning.
When was the last time that you'd seen the child before that Friday morning?
Thursday night.
You know approximately what time?
Right around 6:30.
And your child, did you see him that Thursday night as well?
Yes.
What time did you see him at?
Closer to 7. Just a little bit before 7.
And what was he doing at that time?
He was headed back to his room.
Do you know whether or not Connor was present in the room as well?
They all were headed back to their room, as far as I know.
Did you return to your room that evening?
Yes.
What time did you return to your room?
7 o'clock.
That Thursday evening on the cruise, had you been drinking at all?
No.
Had you drank it all during the cruise?
I had 2 pina coladas and a blue Hawaiian earlier in the week, but it wasn't on the same day. It was like one a day.
Okay, most people on a cruise, they say sloshed the entire time. They stay pretty drinky drink. But maybe they're not.
Do you know if the children, based on being in international waters, could drink alcohol?
No.
You don't know?
No.
Yeah. Something in my spirit is disturbed seeing and hearing her. I get a feeling. I don't know. This is just my opinion and my feeling. More of a feeling, I guess. I feel like she's a hard lady to deal with in real life, and I don't know.
They didn't. They're not old enough.
What about Anna?
I don't know.
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying before I got that call a minute ago. Sharon just reminded me. Yes, she wasn't found till 11 a.m. the next day. On a cruise, you're out of the room most of the time. You're out on the deck, you're in the pool, you're at a restaurant, you're at the casino, you're watching a show, you're at the spa. You are doing something. If you're not traveling that day, you're outside on an excursion, you're at one of the private islands, that kind of thing. For her, when we didn't know what time she was, when I realized when she just was found at like around 11:15 or so, I thought she couldn't, when we knew nothing other than what time she was found, we didn't know she was murdered or anything like that. I thought there's no way that someone just came in a room and found her dead, because you're out of that room and others around you are going to know in the room. So that automatically raised like the hairs on the back of my neck.
Weren't you aware that the children were gambling at some point?
Well, Anna's 18, so I know she was in there at one point in time, but the other kids were not.
You're sure that the other kids were not gambling?
I'm sure the other kids were not gambling.
As far as does he have any diagnoses?
He has ADHD.
And how long has he been diagnosed with ADHD?
About 3 or 4 years.
Those after your separation from Mr. Hudson, correct?
About that timeline, yes.
The housekeeper did find Anna because she was under the bed, wrapped up in some sheets and all that. To me, it just felt like the feeling that I get that these young teenagers don't have a lot of discipline and don't have a lot of structure. They just kind of let them do whatever the hell they want them to do.
And does he receive medication for his ADHD?
He does.
And what medication was he on for his ADHD?
Methylphenidate.
How often would he take that medication?
Every morning.
Did he take the medication on the cruise with him?
Yes. He also takes a nighttime pill as well.
The same medication?
No, it's clonidine.
What is that for?
Clonidine. I'm not a doctor, but clonidine is, it can be used, it's a very old drug. It can be used as blood pressure. It can be used as sleep as well. She's trying to cover her ass, not just her son, but I think more importantly to her, to cover her ass. I wonder that too. Did the 14-year-old know? They just trying to keep him out
Insomnia.
of it?
Did you hold on to the medications?
Yes.
Did you make sure he took his medications every day?
He took his morning pill every day, and he missed 2 doses of his clonidine at night.
You held on to the clonidine as well?
Mm-hmm.
That's yes?
Yes, sorry.
And what do you mean he missed the doses? What happened there?
He went to bed before he got it. He was already asleep.
Including that Thursday night?
No, Thursday night he didn't get it. I fell asleep before he did.
Anna, who we know passed away, she was 18, correct?
Correct.
And she was an adult.
Correct.
And was she given the option of staying in another room?
All 3 of the kids were.
Okay. And would that room have been with Grandma and Grandpa?
Correct.
And they didn't want to do that?
No, they wanted to stay together.
Did they all get along?
Yeah, the 3 of them are like the 3 amigos. They're best friends.
The 3 amigos, they're like best friends. Apparently not. The 3 amigos don't each other. Yeah, some people are again, I'm not a doctor, but some people are given clonidine for like anxiety. It's kind of like a downer. I've been given it when I was in the hospital for my blood pressure one time. So that's how I know what clonidine is, but it knocks you out.
And with regard to Connor, I know you were questioned about him. He's not a suspect, or you haven't been advised by anyone?
Correct. He's not a suspect.
As far as you know, is the only suspect in the death of Anna, your son?
Correct.
bring back in our think tank on this one. Still with us, Josh Colesroot, Claudia King, Holland Reed. Okay, so this is stepmom. It's her testimony. Many of us, myself included, have questioned the decisions, the arrangements, and what was going on based upon things that we've heard from other people, based upon what she's.
You're probably thinking of Klonopin, not Clonidine. Who was it? Golden's probably think of Klonopin.
Saying, though, they are the three amigos. They are best friends, and they wanted to all be in that cabin together. Claudia King, why don't you start off the conversation and tell us what you think now, based upon this latest developments, about how this happened, why this happened, and whether or not the parents share in any of the blame, not criminal liability necessarily, but in the blame for this situation that resulted in the death of Anna.
I think if we're letting our travel agent decide where our children are going to stay on the cruise, that's our first problem. You know, why is that person the one making this decision? And I understand the information that we're getting from stepmom here, but I don't think it jives necessarily with information that we have gotten from other people. So I don't know that she's being honest with us and with the court that she was in today. And I do think the parents share responsibility for Anna's death, because
I do too. I absolutely do. I think they share the responsibility. What do you guys think? Do you think that the parents on the cruise ship hold some responsibility, especially after Anna has said, my stepbrother is a little bit creepy with me? The travel agent then said the kids wanted to stay together, which wasn't.
There's just no reason that an 18-year-old girl and a 16-year-old stepbrother should be staying in the same.
I don't get good vibes from this woman. I don't know what it is about her. I just don't. There's something about her that, to me, reads very much. I can't put my finger on it, actually. It's just, she's not authentic. She comes across to me as a cold bitch, to be blunt.
Room together, and mom isn't even getting him his medication appropriately. She even said she fell asleep one night beforehand. So I think they definitely bear responsibility as well. This is a tragic situation for sure.
Go ahead, Holland.
Josh, go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry. So you know what? I'm just gonna plug in. I was trying to clear my camera out because it seemed a little blurry, but this is like blurred vision actually in real time, because who does this? Who actually puts their teenagers that are not related in a same room? I don't care if you're a blended family. This is not the Brady Bunch. This is not 1950 to 1960. And that you don't know what these children are thinking or doing. I don't care if you say you're the three amigos, but at the end of the day, I'm going to agree completely with Claudia. Is that I understand that it feels like a willy-nilly situation, but this is a young man that is hormonal, and three children that are hormonal who are making really bad decisions all the time, much like my wiping this camera. So forgive me that I just trying to fix that on. That's all I have to say about that. This is bad all the way around. And I do not think for 1 second that this should be a situation you ever put your daughter or your young son in, period.
I mean, you just don't put a 18-year-old with a 14 and a 16-year-old males. No. Mm-mm. No. They, in my opinion, they had to know this was not a good idea. But in my opinion, perhaps the 16-year-old boy, they didn't want to deal with him. They didn't want to deal with, I want to be with Anna. They didn't want the bitching and all that stuff that he was going to do.
End of conversation.
You know, as much as I respect both of my colleagues, and I respect them a lot, I disagree with them. You know, a murder like this, and we're just assuming that it is murder, really isn't foreseeable. Meaning that, you know, nobody expects that this beautiful young lady,
they're calling this a homicide,
is going to be strangled to death because she's put into a living situation with supposedly two of her friends, her amigos. Now, we can question whether or not it's appropriate for a sexually active young girl to be with an unrelated, blood-related, sexually active young boy. But that's a different question. I mean, we're talking about a murder. And just because there was an opportunity for two people to be in that room doesn't mean that they're suspects. And Vinny, I want to just talk about one thing that you said.
Oh, the fuck. Okay, you tell me this. There's a 14, a 16, and an 18-year-old in a room. They all go back at around 7 o'clock, 6:30, 7 o'clock. And no one seen strange going in or out of their room from 7 p.m. until around 11 a.m. the next day. Did she wrap herself up naked with life vest and sheets and put herself under the bed? Come the hell on. Come on. I think he's a defense attorney. So this is just what he's doing, but I just had to fire back at that.
Said in your monologue that he's named a suspect. He has not been named a suspect by the FBI or any law enforcement agency. He's only been named a suspect in a family court by the victim's blood relatives because they're in a
and the judge.
Well, a judge in a family law dispute. That's not a criminal law judge.
It's a fucking judge.
And the judge was commenting on something that's civil and not criminal. So I think we need to keep that in mind.
Okay, so I'm sorry. Hey, Josh, really quick. Would you put your daughter in a room with any young men that were not related to them? They didn't marry. They were blended family. You can discuss it all you want. Blended family is one thing. You can get married to whoever you want. They didn't get married. They are still not related. That is high school students sleeping together in essentially dorm rooms on a cruise ship. Would you be okay with that?
So I don't think that death was foreseeable here. I don't think that asphyxiation by a third.
That's not the question she asked.
Person.
And he's got on the shirt, I'm not gay, but $20 is $20. Sorry,
was foreseeable in any way whatsoever. There's no evidence that the stepbrother wanted to physically harm his stepsister. There's no evidence that he wanted to kill her, at least not yet. You know, let's wait for the evidence and see where it takes us.
We shall see.
If he did this.
Out of time for the
white shirt. this orange shirt, it says, "I'm not gay, but $20 is $20." Oh God!
For the evidence and see where it takes us.
We shall see.
If he did this.
Out of time for this segment. Everyone stay by. And I just want to make clear that there's no evidence that they were sexually active with one another or even sexually active in their lives, but they are definitely at the age of puberty and everything else that starts going through your body in those ages. And I think that
Justin, I normally don't say anything concerning ADs. What's ADs? But I have had 7 and 30 minutes and always at the best info. LOL. What do you mean, baby? I don't understand what you mean. I'm really bad with initials, abbreviations.
was the intention. All right. When we come back, Brianna Aguilera, Texas A&M student.
Oh, God, don't get me started on Brianna Aguilera. That's a terrible one. Okay. Now check this out. We're going to be on Brianna Aguilera. In fact, I believe Daphne and I are going to do. Yeah, I know Deborah. Yeah. Yep.
Like ran away, and I heard his footsteps like running through the house, because he got caught.
Mom immediately.
And where I was on
Listen to this.
Is a suspect in the death of the stepchild, an 18-year-old daughter that was in the same room.
Whenever I was on FaceTime with her, and when I was on FaceTime with her, and she was laying down, and the brother tried to go on top of her. And
really, it shouldn't be.
You saw that?
Yeah. And then
how did she react to it?
I was like, what the hell are you doing in her room, Then he got scared and like ran away. And I heard his footsteps like running.
I thought he was abbreviating something. Sorry, I'm such a dumb blonde.
Through the house, because he got caught.
Mom immediately.
You saw that?
Yeah. And then
how did she react to it?
I was like, what the hell are you doing in her room, Then he got scared and like ran away. And I heard his footsteps like running through the house, because he got caught.
Mom immediately after the incident, he was hospitalized, and then when released from the hospital, Mom and Dad participated too. They signed a stipulation basically allowing him to live with Mom's relative, and they're getting counseling and so forth for him.
It was suspicious because I knew that the brother did it, and yeah.
How do you know?
Because of the past things that happened with him, like I was saying.
Now, according to family members, a cabin steward found Anna Kepner's body under the bed of her cabin room in that cruise ship. Investigators say the teen died from asphyxiation. And now the teen's father, the one who is a person of interest suspect who hasn't been charged, Thomas Hudson is the father, and he has filed a petition claiming he's concerned that a younger child that he shares with his ex-wife, Chantel, was in imminent danger due to those events on the cruise ship. So let's.
I mean, I don't think he's going to hurt anybody now, but yeah, he is a danger. Supposedly, they say the 14-year-old knows nothing. Supposedly.
Get you into the teen suspect's name muted, so you won't hear that. You'll hear the audio drop. Let's go in.
I wanted to address a couple of things. I reviewed the emergency motion for temporary relief, Mr. Smith, and it does appear as though a lot of the allegations alleged within that motion are really in the nature of contempt. I know that there is a contempt proceeding, a contempt hearing being held on December the 17th, I believe, before Magistrate Valentine. The court's purpose in the hearing today is only to address the issues as it relates to an emergency. So as I'm looking at the motion, the paragraph specifically that the court will address would be related to paragraph 7. The 16-year-old child is now a suspect in the death of the stepchild.
Welcome back to court. people involved, year-old. Now, Thomas claims that the youngest child that he shares with Chantel Kepner, who is Anna's stepmom, was in imminent danger due to the events on the cruise ship. So let's go back in and listen to mother and father.
Let me ask you this question, Mr. Smith. If the oldest child has been residing with the respondent for 2 years, and this, I understand, I saw that there's a supplemental petition for modification that's also pending, so that would be an ultimate issue for trial. How would this, is it your intention to have the oldest child testify?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what if has the oldest child had any contact with the 2 other children or the respondent since he's been living with the petitioner for the last 2 years?
Well, one of the main things is the circumstances where he wound up living with my client. There was a physical altercation.
That would have been 2 years ago, correct?
A year and a half, yes, Your Honor. And he was also allowed to drink alcohol, which again, I think goes to the relevancy of whether these children were, whether the
Yeah, and thank you for talking about that, Sharon. There is a lot of fake videos going around about the cruise ship that night. A lot of the cruise ship that night. I think this was the video I wanted to show you. Just give me 1 second. 1 second.
Participate. The minor child, Brooke, you're going to hear testimony that she's fine, that there is no risk to her. There were abuse reports made. We have the person here from the Department of Children and Families that can attest that there's no concerns about the child remaining in the care of Chantel and Chris.
All right, listen to this. Listen to this right here.
Justice law, adult. Come back. We've got more. Suspect is going to.
Back to court team. Family Carnival. Other has filed an emergency bill.
What's your birthday?
10/4/07.
You just turned 18 October 4th of this year?
Yes, sir.
And
God, that just made me have an anxiety attack knowing that 2007 was 18 years ago. It feels like, God, you're getting old, Justin. Okay.
Who do you reside with?
My dad.
And how long have you resided with your dad?
Well, I think the reason, PGH, is that they're waiting for the toxicology and all of that on Anna.
2 years.
And when you've been residing with your dad, have you been able to maintain contact with your brother?
No, not really.
What do you mean, not really?
Very, very little contact.
And why is that?
I haven't been allowed to see him. He's, yeah.
Who has he been living with up until recently?
Up to my knowledge, my mom.
It's crazy to me.
How about your sister Brooke? You've been able to have contact with her since you've been living with your father?
I've seen her a few times, but it's kind of the same thing as my brother.
You mean you haven't been allowed to see her?
I've seen her recently once, but other than that, it was a while ago.
The recent time that you saw her, when was that?
I don't remember the exact date, but it was a weekend or two ago.
Did it coincide with the holiday?
Yeah, Thanksgiving. Yeah, sorry.
Was it Thanksgiving Day or just another day?
It was just Thanksgiving Day.
And how much time did you get to spend with Brooke?
It was about the full day.
Was your father there as well?
Yeah.
And did Brooke appear to be scared of your father in any way?
No, she was fine. She was happy-go-lucky, playing around.
Did you interact with Brooke?
Yeah.
How did things go between you and Brooke?
We had a great time. I was playing around with her. She was having a good time, up to my knowledge.
Before you started staying with your father full time,
he looks like his mom. He looks just like his mom, doesn't he? Just like her. Look at that.
Did you and Brooke have a decent relationship?
Yeah, I mean, there was obviously the siblings, that kind of stuff, but other than that, me and her on good terms.
Are you still attending school?
Yes, sir.
You intend to graduate high school?
Yes, sir.
Is there any reason why Brooke couldn't live with your father?
No, not that I know of.
You doing well in school?
Yes, sir.
He's not a minor. Nyla, he's not a minor. He's 18. Not a minor.
Why did you come to live with your father?
I believed I was better off over here with my dad.
Why did you believe you were better off?
Because I was going to finish out school and do trade school.
When your mother relocated, what was your understanding of what was going to happen with you?
I was going to finish out school over here and then possibly go to school to be a crane operator over there.
Had you talked to your mother about that?
Son, please don't become a crane operator. Please don't become a crane operator. You've already got the Chris Proudfoot kind of hair going on here. I can't do it. Don't. Please.
We talked about it a few times, yes.
And is that what happened?
Shirt.
No, that's not what happened.
Okay.
Was
there some sort of problem
Just add a peach shirt. Oh, God.
that occurred?
Other than what happened before when they came and took me.
So your understanding was that you were going to finish out school and then possibly relocate.
Mr. Smith, if I could get a time frame.
Yes, ma'am. Do you remember when this was?
I don't remember the exact date, no. But it was around prom. It was right after prom of last year. Not last year. The year before last.
Not during this school year?
No.
I just got an Edgar flashback.
The previous school year?
It was, I think, 2 school years ago.
And
So we're talking about 2023,
I believe so.
and prom occurs generally in the spring or in the fall.
To be honest, I don't remember.
I don't recall.
do you remember where you are as far as how far along in school that year?
I don't, honestly.
So let me just stop you a second. So you're questioning about incidents that occurred back in 2023.
Listen to these incidents. Listen to these incidents. PGH. Thank you, Mamacita, for gifting a pearl necklace. Really do appreciate you. You received that pearl necklace. Give our PGH a big, big thank you. Really do appreciate you. Miss PGH. Coming in clutch.
Welcome to Clutch, Step Bros. Yeah, you're in the clue. Shine bright like the stars this world never knew. We're dancing, laughing all around this world. Hold tight, shine bright. You're part of a world.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, PGH, for gifting that pearl necklace, my dear. Very kind of you.
How would that be relevant to whether Brooke is in imminent risk of harm today, as we sit here in December of 2025?
Well, you got to, first off, I know he doesn't remember the date, but it would have been 24 based on the relocation of the parties.
But but let me ask you this, would it have occurred prior to the party's stipulation that permitted Mrs. Hudson to move to and relocate to Brevard County?
No, it was after, Your Honor.
So it occurred after the stipulation?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'll give you a little bit of leeway then.
Was there some sort of altercation that happened between yourself and your mother?
Yes, when they came in and took me from, they came in and took me from school and took me to Titusville.
How did you find out they were taking you to Titusville?
After I got in the car and they had took my phone already.
What do you mean they took your phone away?
I had gotten in the car, and as soon as I got in the car, she had asked me for my phone. She took it and powered it off.
Is that normal for them to take away your phone?
No, sir.
Who else was in the car?
It was my mom and my stepdad at the time.
Would that have been Chris?
Yep.
And did you let them know that you didn't want to go to Titusville?
Yes.
And how old were you at that time?
I was 16, I believe.
And how did you let them know that you didn't want to go?
I told them I didn't want to go.
And they still held on to your phone?
Yeah.
Did you try and leave the vehicle?
I did, yes. When we stopped, I tried leaving, but as soon as I would try to get out, they would speed off.
Did anybody physically touch you?
Yes, I was put in a chokehold and held up against the seat, the front seat.
Who did that?
Both my mom and Chris.
Did you hear that? He said his mom and Chris fucking chokeholded him. Yeah. Damn right.
Did that happen on several occasions during the drive or just one time?
They held me against the seat until I couldn't fight back anymore.
So how long did that last for then? If you remember.
I want to say like 20 minutes, 2.5 hours maybe.
And do you know how long your mother had been dating Christopher prior to that?
If I remember correctly, 5 months. I don't remember exactly how long.
Had you been to Titusville over those 5 months when she had been dating him?
I've been over there a couple times. Yeah, it was sometimes every other weekend.
And during the 5 months that your mother was dating Christopher, did she allow you to drink alcohol?
Yeah.
What were the circumstances that happened?
We were just drinking. She would be on the phone with Chris sometimes, FaceTiming, and she would allow me to drink.
What type of alcohol do you recall?
I don't remember exactly what kind of alcohol it was.
Was it cans or?
It was out of a bottle.
Was it poured into a cup?
Yes, sir.
Were any of your other siblings there that you recall?
My brother might have been there, but I honestly don't remember.
So based on Chris being on you said FaceTime, so he was aware of what was going on? He could see what you were doing?
I believe so.
Did you see what he was doing on FaceTime?
No, sir.
You said you've been living about 2 years with your father, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And that was after your mom relocated to Titusville?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And this incident that you were speaking about in the car, that was because you were trying to get out of the car, correct?
Yeah.
They were trying to restrain you from getting out of the car, out of the moving vehicle, correct?
The vehicle was not moving.
Okay. But they were trying to keep you from moving or jumping out of the vehicle, correct?
Yeah.
And you wanted to stay because you wanted to be with your girlfriend, correct?
No, ma'am.
Your father at that time, wasn't he living in a camper and not in a regular house?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so you were staying with your grandmother then, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and not necessarily with your father.
Well, I'll be over there in the camper every now and then, but yes.
Crazy.
Primarily with your grandmother?
Mostly, yeah.
Okay. And did you also stay on certain occasions with your girlfriend?
No, not at all.
But mostly with grandma?
Yep.
So I'm confused. Were you living with your mom primarily during this time, or were you living with your grandmother primarily during this time?
After what?
Prior to the incident in the vehicle?
Prior to that, I was with my dad before. After she relocated, I was living with.
Before she relocated, because before she relocated, who were you living with?
Before I was living with her, and then I would see my dad every other weekend.
Okay. And when were you living with your grandmother?
I was, it was like on and off between my grandmother and my dad.
After your mother relocated to Titusville?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you. And you were aware that your parents signed documents that she was going to be moving with all of you to Titusville, correct?
Yes.
All right. I don't have any further questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Any redirect?
When you said living in this trailer and living at your grandmother's house, was this on the same property or different properties?
It was 2 different properties.
Okay. Has your father subsequently obtained housing?
Oh, yes.
Okay. You have your own room?
Yes, I have my room.
No further questions.
All right. Anything else?
No.
All right. Thank you, sir. You may step down.
All right.
Then
Do you have any children?
yes,
And what are their names and ages?
Andrew,
Oh, sorry,
18, 16, and
Sorry, I was muted. I just want to show you his response to that. And then I want to show you an actual video of Anna being on the cruise ship here shortly. And also after this live, I will be live again in just a little bit.
she's going to be 9 this month.
She turns 9 in a couple days.
Yeah, on the 9th.
Did you enter into an agreement with your ex-wife to allow her to relocate to Titusville?
Yes.
And the both of you did that without attorneys? It was just an agreement that the two of you came to?
Yes.
And what was your understanding of what was going to happen regarding Andrew?
He was to finish out school with me, and then he would go over there.
And did that occur?
No.
What happened?
I don't remember the exact date. It was in April, I believe, of 24 that the school had contacted me because they had felt something was wrong with her coming and picking them up and the way she was acting. And so I then...
So how did you react to that?
I was alarmed. So I tried calling Andrew and his phone was off. I tried calling her, no response, and Brooke and his phones were both off also.
Did you travel over to Titusville?
Yes.
Did you subsequently pick up Andrew?
Yes.
And has Andrew been with you since that time?
Yes.
Yep.
Prior to Andrew coming to live with you in approximately April 2024, what sort of parenting time did you have with the two younger children?
Prior to her moving over there?
Yes.
It was Tuesdays and Thursdays and every other weekend, plus or minus the holidays.
And did that continue once she relocated?
No, it was supposed to be every other weekend, and then the holidays worked out.
This is already, oh my God, this is already messy, Michelle, but I just have a big feeling that this is going to get even messier and things are going to come out of the closet. Accusations are being swirled. And like I said, when and if, assuming that this 16-year-old is going to be charged, oh my God, when this goes to trial, it's going to be a showstopper. I might actually go to this trial. So any of my Floridians, if you have an extra bedroom and you're close to Miami, and a homo and his monkey might need somewhere to stay. I'm just saying. Okay.
And were you allowed to see Brooke?
No.
Did you make attempts to try and?
Yes.
Did the agreement have an exchange location where you were supposed to exchange Brooke?
You're supposed to exchange at the racetrack in Winter Garden, I believe.
Did you recently get an opportunity to?
You think Betty and I could stay with each other? Betty and I would kill each other after a day. Just kidding.
To visit with Brooke?
Yes, I was able to go and pick her up in Titusville for Thanksgiving.
How did the Thanksgiving visit go?
Jen, you are not going to bed. Who said goodnight? It is 9:07. No. No, get your ass up. Or you at least take us to bed. Listen, I am portable. Take the phone to bed. Put it right there. And just lay your head sideways. Okay? And just go to sleep. Okay?
Good.
Did your ex-wife inform you that she was going on a cruise and taking the children?
She did.
And what was your position regarding that?
I wasn't okay with it. I let her know I wasn't okay with it.
Oh, you have a migraine.
And why was it that you weren't okay with it?
Because at that time, I was getting nowhere with seeing my kids. I had barely any communication at all.
That's funny.
So you weren't even able to hardly talk to them?
No.
Have there been occasions where you've been able to talk to them?
Occasions she would have them talk just to say that they didn't want to talk to me.
Was that by phone?
Yes.
Do you know whether or not she was present there with the phone?
I mean, I heard them there. Occasionally they would talk. I would be on speaker.
Australian in here.
You heard your ex-wife there?
Her and Chris.
Wait, you're not in Australia, are you?
Were there ever attempts for an exchange?
Yes.
And what occurred during those attempts?
They wouldn't show.
Hey, Justin, please do a live on Mortimer Wortman, New Jersey. Let me look at that up. Wardermore. How do you pronounce his name? Wardem? RTI. What's his last name? Wortman. New Jersey. Mortimer Wortman. Is that the 5th? Right here. Marty. Marty's easier. Family continues for searching Rutgers University student Marty. We'll call him Marty.
Tonight, they tell Christine Sloan they want the person Hope as the search for their loved one stretches into its third week. Good evening. I'm Christine Johnson.
Welcome back. I'm Jessica Moore. The family of Mortimer Wortman IV reported his disappearance last month.
And tonight, they tell Christine Sloan they want the person he was last seen with to be investigated.
Our concerns are for our son. We want to know where he's at.
Mortimer Wortman IV's family refusing to give up, searching for him almost daily in these woods in Jackson, New Jersey.
I'm very hopeful. My family and I are very hopeful, and we believe he is alive
That's
somewhere.
sad, man.
We have a lot of faith.
Family members say Morty, as he was known to his friends, was last seen on surveillance video at around 6 o'clock in the evening, Friday, November 21st, getting into a car with an acquaintance who was charged this past summer with threatening the 22-year-old Rutgers University student with a knife.
Okay. What? Okay, I'm just trying to understand. Why did he, what made him was he made to get in the car, you think? Yep. That's scary, man.
He was chasing my son somewhere around town in Point Pleasant. The public called and he got arrested. There was no bail. They let him out.
The family says that man was the person who reported Wortman missing a day later. CBS News New York confirming that with a law enforcement source, but not identifying him because he has not been charged in connection with the disappearance.
I think my little brother is, he likes to see the best in people. And I'm sure he could have been coerced or persuaded to, get in that vehicle.
Wortman's brother says there's no evidence he was forced into the vehicle.
Okay, that was my question. But we don't know. Hey, Justin, book a cruise for the trial. Don't get into... Thank you so much. 18 months, mamacitas. Oh my God, I haven't been on a cruise in a long time. I used to go all the time. Justin, I've been trying to get someone to look into the disappearance of the 17-year-old Justin Gaines, missing from Georgia since 2007. He vanished from Wild Bill's. I've heard that case, Tina. I have heard of that.
But they want authorities to re-interview the acquaintance.
I would like you to share more information on helping my little brother become found.
Wortman is a senior at Rutgers University studying agriculture. His family is asking anyone with information to come forward.
Mortimer's a great kid. Loves nature, very humble. I want him home. Our family wants him home.
Does anyone know this family? Let me tell you something. That's the only, well, it's not the only downfall in my opinion, but one of the downfalls about a cruise ship is you get sick a lot of times, many times, unfortunately. Yeah, PGH, it is very sad. I will look into this. If anybody knows the family. Yes, I am coming back tonight, Golden. Yep, I sure am. Yeah. No place I'd rather be than you. Ah, Butterfly, I adore you. You're so sweet, honey. Thank you so much for 21 months coming in touch, my darling. Appreciate you, my dear. Thank you so much. The rear naked choke is very common in MMA. Joe, stop telling us what goes on in your bedroom. All right, guys. I will be back in about within the hour. I'll be back. Let me show you this actually before I go. I need to show you this. Let's see here. Okay, this, I want to show you a couple things real quick. Let me take off this banner. This is the guest rules for Carnival. Guests 12 years and younger. If a relative or guardian insists on booking separate staterooms, minors must either be directly across the hall facing the guardian room or next door, not around the corner or caddy corner from the guardian. Guests 12 and under may not be assigned into a balcony stateroom without a relative or guardian 25 of the age or older. 13 to 17. Guests can be separated by up to 3 staterooms from relatives or guardian 25 years of age or older. Right? So, and Anna, she's 18. The other kids, they were 16 and 18. They got to be with someone 25 or older. This did not. Okay, Webbs, thank you, honey. Wait 1 second. Is that Anna right there? Anna's supposed to be on here somewhere. Oops. I can't play the music because it's copywritten. Is that her right there? Is that Anna? Oh, wait. There she is. Right there. Right there she is. See her? Right here. She posted up a bit. Right here. So whenever you go on a cruise, you have the sail away party. And after you get into your room and you get your luggage that sometimes takes 6 fucking years to get. Here's Anna. You can see the tattoo on her leg as well. When you start to sail away, you have a sail away party, and you dance up on the deck, and you hoot and you holler, and you show your ass, and all of that stuff. It's fun. It's really fun. So all of that. So yeah, whoops. So you can see Anna right there. Let me show you this 1 second. And then let me just show you this one thing right here. And then, because I forgot to show you guys this.
Cruise ship is speaking publicly. Chantel Hudson appeared for an emergency custody hearing for her 9-year-old daughter yesterday. She confirmed her 16-year-old son is a suspect in 18-year-old Anna Kepner's death. The boy's father,
she confirmed,
says Hudson took the children on the cruise.
This is the cruise ship that she died on.
Cruise without his permission. He claims she failed to properly supervise her son and allowed him to share a room with Kepner and her 14-year-old biological brother. Hudson said the 3 teens wanted to stay together and that they were like best friends. No arrests have been made in Kepner's death. The stepmother of the Florida teenager who died on a
very, very, very sad. On Anna Kepner's TikTok, a video made from August 20th. Here are screenshots in order of what she posted. This is so sad to read. She loved and trusted them, and they failed her. Our friend, Miss Chronicles of Olivia. She does great work. She's mainly on TikTok, but this is in the order. Hey, Mom, can you help me pick my first homecoming dress out? 8:20. Thank you guys for everything. Thank you, Mom, for stepping up and being a mom to me. I thought I would never have. I love you guys so much. Isn't that heartbreaking? How can family get connected to you? My phone number, text me, email. Right here. Texting is better, but email's fine too. Hey, Mom, can you come to my varsity meeting? I'm getting lettered. Thank you guys for everything. Thank you, Mom, for stepping up and being a mom to me when I thought I would never have. I love you guys so much. Thanks, Dad. Hey, Mom, I'm going to Georgia. Thanks, Dad. Hey, Mom, can you help me get my license? Thanks, Dad. Hey, Mom, can we go to Illinois? Thanks, Dad. And he's got the I'm not gay, but $20 is $20. Hey, Mom, can we go on a cruise? Thank you, Meemaw and Peepaw. This is on a cruise. Hey, Mom, I'm a senior now. Can you help me paint my parking spot? And there's the painted parking spot. Hey, Mom, can you pick my first homecoming dress out? Yep, thanks, Dad. All of that. Very, very sad, man. Just should have never. There we go. Okay. Honestly, when I was in high school, we were renting out entire motels, Sandman and Wild and Panama City Beach, LA. No parents within. But island time, I feel like we weren't as protected as our kids now. And I just don't think our kids are as mature as we were. Maybe I'm wrong. But I mean, that's just me. I just feel like kids are not as mature as my kids are not near as mature as I was, but I had to start very young. I was out of my house at 16, out, living out. Never went back. So, I mean, I grew up really quickly. I had to, though. I think it was just a different time. Yes. Yep. I really think kids now are more separated as far as people don't visit anymore and all of that stuff. We're all on social media and we communicate that way. We don't visit and have the big parties like they still do, but not like we did. I don't know. It's just different. I know my adult grandkids are mature. Yes, Leslie, my kids are not near as mature as I was. So, and it's just different. I don't know. So, And I mean, there are kids that, still grow up entirely quickly. Yeah, exactly. Lovely house. The communication is much different now. Yeah. Well, remember, yeah, the latchkey kids. Yeah. Yep. No, I didn't move the rope. It's just another one. At 17, I own my own home. Yeah. Yeah. I was working a full-time job and had an apartment, a studio apartment at 17 years old. All on my own. I was out. It was different then, though. I lied about my age to get the apartment. She found out. But as long as I paid my rent, she didn't care. The owner was, she was like 90 some years old. My first apartment. All right, guys. Love you all. Appreciate you. I will be back. Lovely. That's very kind. I'll be back here in a little bit within the hour. Okay. It'll pop up here shortly. She's right here, dark green. She's right here. Very different. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, soldier. All right, guys. See you guys in a little bit. Love. Bye-bye.